Ahoy students! Welcome to week 2 of distance learning, and I know you're probably sitting here already wondering, Miss S, why do you look like that? I'll tell you why. I was tired of bumming around in my PJs all week, and I didn't feel like putting on my regular work clothes, so I decided I would dress like a pirate. So I encourage you guys to dress like a pirate this week as well. If you don't have a pirate costume, maybe you want to pull out your favorite Halloween costume that you still have. Maybe it's the one you wore this past year or a few years ago. Pull that out, put it on. Let's make this week a spirit week of dress in costume so we can have some fun during distance learning. For this week, we are focusing on printmaking. So let's go ahead and dive on in and learn about printmaking. So, what is printmaking? Printmaking is the artistic method of transferring an image from one surface onto another. It can be done using many materials, and there are a couple different types of printmaking. We're going to focus on 4 different types of printmaking for our printmaking series at home. We're going to use items that you can find around your house, as well as some very basic art materials. We are going to begin with bubble printmaking. For this, you're going to need some dish soap, some food coloring or paints, a paintbrush, a straw, some small bowls, water, preferably thick white paper, a dish towel, and some sort of a messy mat to contain your mess. It needs to cover the surface you're working on. I'm going to begin by adding some dish soap into my bowl. I'm going to add water on top of that, just enough to cover it. And then I'm going to begin adding my first color. If you are using food coloring, I suggest 20 drops for each color. If you don't do 20 drops, it'll come out too transparent and it won't work. You're going to stir it up really well with your paintbrush, making sure you're mixing all of that color and the soap together with your water. And then once you feel like you have mixed it enough, you want to make sure that you clean off your paintbrush. And then here comes the fun part. You get to stick the straw into the solution you have made, and you're going to blow through the straw to create bubbles. I'm going to take your white paper and smash the bubbles with it. You're going to capture those bubbles on your paper, and you will see that some of the bubbles stick. That's fine. Leave them. They will dry. I'm going to do this a couple of times so I can fill up my whole page, making sure I'm smashing all those bubbles, blowing lots of big bubbles, and smushing them with my paper. I'm also going to go ahead and create some other colors as well using the other food coloring options that I had. You're welcome to try to mix and create new colors as you go. I stuck with just my basic red, yellow, green, and blue. And now I'm going to go back and add in some other colors on top of those blue bubbles. I'm going to add in a color combination here of yellow and green along with those blue bubbles that I have already printed. I'm going to layer those together so that my final product will look like this. I can see those color combinations turned out really nice, so I'm going to try out some other ones as well. Maybe you want to mix some of my yellows and my reds. I'm going to continue to blow some bubbles, print them, layer them together, and see what those different color combinations look like. If bubbles stick to your paper, remember, just leave them, they will dry. Once your prints have dried, you can go back and you can draw on top of them. I chose to do a pencil drawing first that I traced with Sharpie. You could also save these different types of prints and you can use them in your collages. You could use them as cards. You can do so many different things with them. I just chose to do a quick leaf drawing on this picture with my Sharpie, came back with my eraser and erased any of those pencil lines that I could still see, and that created a nice little simple drawing of some leaves. On my other print, I decided I was going to do some flowers, so I went back over it with my Sharpie as well, and I drew some quick little flowers on my picture that I could use as a card. I could give this as a gift to somebody. I could even hang it up in my room.